Welcome, 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 you guys. This is your girl, Brown Skin Exoticals, and I'm back with another video for you guys. It's a new year, and I pray that 2023 is normal. Oh, God in mercy. We have not had a normal year since 2019, but that's a whole nother video. Today, we're going to talk about the pathology of Africans and how they view their culture and how that affects how they treat us as mixed race people. We're going to review how Black Americans have their own pathology and how they view their culture and how that affects how they treat us as mixed race people. And lastly, how Caribbeans view their culture, Caribbean pathology, and how that affects how they treat us as mixed race and exotical people. I know the image says African versus African Americans, but I couldn't find something that specifically had all the people groups I wanted, so we're just going to make it work with this image. But you guys, as some of you might know, I am a college student, and being on college campus and seeing this stuff play out in real life feels unreal and unheard of. And I've seen how even the most calm and most nonchalant Caribbeans and African Americans will get a different type of aggressive and demonic towards us. It's crazy. So let's talk about these Africans first. So with Africans, a lot of them grew up resenting their culture. A lot of them even hated the fact that they were African in the first place because of how bad they were bullied. And yeah, we all were called names, but they were especially picked on because of their culture. They were called dirty, poor, things of that nature. So now they have this thing where it's like almost a Stockholm syndrome towards a lot of Black Americans, since Black Americans were the ones for the most part bullying them. So they dress as and act like Black Americans while hating the Black Americans at the same time. It's the oddest thing to see because I wouldn't try to act like the girl or the people group I wouldn't like, but common sense isn't common, so I digress. Now, how that affects how they see us is because a lot of these Africans now will use their Africanness and I'm the original Black, I'm the original Black woman, I'm the original Black, I'm the original woman, all this rhetoric as a weapon. And they'll say things like, oh, like I'm the original woman, I'm original Black, all you other Black and Caribbeans, y'all are watered down, y'all are mixed with white, y'all are mixed with such and such, I'm better than you. And they will look down on Black Americans. And obviously there are some Black Americans who look down on Africans as well. But it's funny because these women will use this pro-African rhetoric to overcompensate for the fact that they know they're undesirable. Whether or not these pro-Black women, pro-empowerment of Black women channels want to admit it loud or not, Black women are seen at the bottom of the totem pole for desirability when it comes to women. That's in body, that's in personality, and that's in how they carry themselves. And African women are seen as the lowest of Black women. Now let's talk about Black Americans. A lot of Black Americans will also have this Stockholm syndrome, if you will, and they will cosplay. And when I say Black Americans, I'm referring to the monoracial Black Americans, not mixed race Black Americans. So don't shoot the messenger. But a lot of these Black Americans who are monoracial will act out and live their lives as these stereotypes that white Americans give them. Ghetto, ratchet, that BET, MTV lifestyle, hood rat, yo my nigga, all this, that, and the third. And when they see any Black person who steps out of that box and out of that lifestyle, they quote unquote call them an Oreo, acting white, things of that nature. And so how they treat a lot of mixed race people is with this disdain, and they hate us. As I've mentioned many times on my channel, sorry for the noise if you can hear it, but it's funny because a lot of them, especially on the internet sense, and I've heard them say things where they talk about the fact that they are like 20%, 15% European white, things of that nature. And I've heard a lot of these Black American women praise the fact that there were white men, and this is horrible, who would rape African women because their ancestors were so beautiful and they were just so gorgeous in their bodies. And Black women, they are so not desired in the 21st century. They have to fantasize rape thousands of years ago to feel like a man wants them. And I didn't mention it before, but the way African, Caribbean, and Black Americans unite is their obsession for men. And that's why we as exotical women and mixed race women are the biggest threat to them. But now it's shifting gears to Black Caribbeans, because I don't think I talked about them yet. Black Caribbeans, especially the ones who don't benefit from that exotic Rihanna, Nicki Minaj look, will hate us with a passion, because again, we are the pretty girls, we're the preferences. And it's funny how they too will use their heritage as a weapon and use their pro them ness, if you will, as a weapon, because they don't have anything else working for them. The original, your average Black African and Black Caribbean can't hold water next to a mixed woman. Your average Black and African man can't hold water next to a mixed race man. I said what I said, you guys. But now I want to hear you guys' opinions on the matter. And please email me if you so choose. And if you want to be anonymous, I'll leave it that way. But this year, I'm aiming for 1,000 subscribers. So please help me get to that. Love ya.